Where's
Whole
my
winter.
Xbox 360? Where's me fucking...
Yeah, go on, play Oblivion for Christmas, you stupid cunt.
Oh, that has to be
Dude.
the intro. That has to be the fucking intro, man.
It's Christmas! Welcome to Press Any Button to continue the retro gaming podcast that will invigorate you, bring you to fruition, and leave you with an unsatisfying climax that your dear old druncle feels after one too many eggnogs and a Christmas hooker. My name is Keith, the steamy streamer who must be on Santa's naughty list because getting Gyro the Lizard when asking for Spyro the Dragon is a sick, twisted joke. I'm joined by Nisha, Metro Retro Gamer Ireland, whose Christmas sleep paralysis demon is reported to be a fake Power Ranger Megazord stuck on a walk cycle with low batteries. This week we will be remembering fondly the childhood innocence of not being able to sleep, awaiting those sweet video games that Santa has in his sack, only to awaken to a Polystation and Crash brandisnatch. That's right, sit by the crackle of the fire and get yourself a hot port and let's reminisce on our retro gaming Christmas memories, baby. Merry Christmas all.
Happy Christmas, happy holidays, all that stuff, all the good things.
Oh my god, fucking Crash brandisnatch. I was trying to get that out so fucking it's hard, you know. There's like, you try and start the podcast, you're trying to read it. Oh,
and I'm always trying not to laugh, but like
that one got me, right? Because normally I will try and like rehearse just saying it because it's kind of like all this shit is a mouthful. You're druncle. You're druncle, you're drunk uncle. Fucking, and oh my god. And I originally had a verse of that where it was something about you hacking your granny's Instagram account so you can get the better Instagram algorithm.
Brilliant.
But I was like, but he said I didn't want to spoil it, but then I didn't want to bring your granny into the fighting either with that. I didn't want to unwillingly bring your poor gran into it.
That's all right. Oh, brilliant, man. How are you doing? How are you feeling today? Are you feeling festive?
I am warped. I feel like I'm in that Christmas warpness where days are melding into nights, and I'm like, yeah. I haven't bought any fucking presents. My sister wants some lotion for her thighs. I don't know what anyone needs right now, man. My brain is like a clusterfuck of like, am I even awake today? Like, is this? I'm just like, I don't even know what month it is, but I am fucking feeling so festive. I am like, let me tell you, Santa is in me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm in Santa, and I'm ready for the cum brulee of some creamy Irish Baileys, and I am just like, you know, what do they say, Anisha? What do they say every Christmas? Squirt your dirt. Just get it in there. Have the Christmas vibes. How are you?
What's happening?
Dude, you've no idea how demented I am after like a 5-hour stream of just like chatting. I don't even think I can have a real conversation today. Here, no, tell me though. How is your Christmas spirit? Is it one with you? Is the spirit inside of you?
Hold on. No, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling festive. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
You've kind of thrown me off a little bit with that.
I think that's good, though. Sometimes I need to mix things up a little bit, you know, keep you on your toes, like you never know what you're going to expect.
Yeah, absolutely. No, man, I'm starting to feel it now, you know. I'm listening to Christmas FM when I'm in the van, when I'm driving around. I'm watching some Christmas movies. I have like a Christmas wallpaper on my phone, you know, all that kind of stuff. We have the tree up. I'm feeling
a little bit psychotic, like.
Yeah, but man, like I'm a fucking Christmas nut.
Yeah.
I'm
a Halloween nut and you're the Christmas nut, so we can take turns in this kind of like, I like Christmas a lot, don't get me wrong. Christmas is like a good time. It's when you're like upstairs, you're in bed, you're like, I remember not being able to sleep, like waiting for your presents, like just not being able to sleep, like so excited. And I have a couple of memories. Question for you first though. Best Christmas song?
It's a tough one, man. It really is a tough one. The first song that came to my head when you said best Christmas song there was Fairy Tale New York.
I'm kind of with you on that a little bit, yeah. Like oddly enough, I was in a quiz recently and they said, what's the best Christmas song? And I wrote that down because it was the first thing that came into my head as well.
Right, yeah. But here's the thing, right? You know Wham! Last Christmas?
It's good.
Fucking drums in that song, man, get me every time. I don't know if they've ever like jumped out at you, but next time you listen to that song, just focus in on the drums, and they are so fucking cool,
Okay.
man. And also, Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness.
Oh, yeah, that is it.
What a fucking
Do you
tune,
know what
man.
I realized as well? There's not many, like, no one has successfully made, like, I think that's like the most recent semi-successful Christmas song. Like, no one has able to release a Christmas song in like the last forever that like has stuck. And also, like, let's be honest, if you make one good Christmas song like back in the 80s, you are minted for life. Like, there's no going back to it. I think Driving Home for Christmas, Last Christmas,
brilliant,
and I think Fairy Tale in New York are kind of my vibes. Do you know what I mean? I think All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey, having worked in retail for so many years, is enough to make you just like, you know, she's like, all I want for Christmas, and your balls just explode and you're dead on the floor and you're like,
That's
I can't.
pretty good, man. That's pretty good.
Thank you. I hear the applause in my head all the time.
But I love it, man. Like I worked in retail before as well. When the Christmas music came on, I was like, yes, I don't care. 1st of November, hit me with them Christmas songs, baby. I fucking love it, man. And then years ago, long time ago, I used to be in a band, and I loved at Christmas time we would always play Fairy Tale in New York, and we do like a fucking 10-minute version because you never wanted to end, because no matter where you were playing, the whole place would be
10
up.
minutes.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
Just
God.
keep
Do you just keep going over
jamming.
again? Oh my God.
Just keep going.
Oh, well,
Keep
sorry,
jamming
you
out.
don't mean repeating the verses over and over again, do you?
No, just playing the fucking
Yeah,
song.
okay,
Just
sorry.
keep
Like
going,
I
keep
get you.
going.
Sorry, I get you.
Yeah,
I thought you meant like I thought you meant like every time the song stops and everyone claps, and you just go into another time.
No, just like a fucking big long or extended version of it, like, because no matter what venue you were playing in, the whole place would be fucking hopping. But a great song, Fairy Tale in New York is
Tune back.
a brilliant tune. Don't Let the Bells End by The Darkness is an absolute cracker. What do you say? Driving Home for Christmas.
Driving Home for Christmas is like
so
that
many,
soothing.
man. I fucking love Christmas music. And what about Christmas movies? What are your favorite Christmas movies? Now, we are going to talk about video games, listeners. We're not going to do a full hour of Christmas talk. We're going to talk about Christmas video games.
People don't listen to this podcast for video games. They don't, though. They listen to it for our beautiful memories and insights of years gone by. The reeling in the years type of scenario.
We'll do another timestamp when we eventually get to video games for the last like 5 minutes.
Okay, I'm just going to very quickly look. We go from songs to movies to video games. It's the natural progression of art.
It is a nice transition. It's a nice transition. So tell me this favorite Christmas movie.
Okay, so we both recently watched that Lindsay Lohan one, which is obviously the best movie ever. But like, God, I mean, that's obvious. We did, right? You know, that was good. Wish Hemsworth, who's in that, very punchable face. So favorite Christmas movies, right? So Love Actually. Okay, I'm just going to put it out there because I don't know, it has all those stories. It has the part with the little cute kid who's fucking playing the drums. Can't remember his name, even though he's in Queen's Gambit and stuff now.
The lad who looks like he's never aged. Sorry.
Yeah. The ageless boy. Yeah. That's The Holiday. I like The Holiday. Yeah, you know, with Jude Law, Jack Black, and thing. Like, I know they're all like cool. Cheese, but I mean, what Christmas movie isn't cheese? Do you know what I mean? It's pure brie on a cracker. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it is. It's great. Also, sorry, I know I asked you a question, but Love Actually has Rick from The Walking Dead in it.
It does. And he says, he's that really creepy thing where you're one's, right, hear me out here, right? Like, you're one, you know, Keira Knightley's like, I actually look quite pretty in that one. Do you know when, do you know when he's showing her the videos? Like, he's a big creep.
I can't remember Love Actually.
Okay, let me explain the Rick story just very quickly. Okay, trust me, this is worth it. This is good entertainment. So basically, Rick is a best man at Keira Knightley and her husband. I don't know who the actor is, right? So he's the best man at their wedding, and he's secretly in love with her, right? But he was the cameraman for their wedding. So all he did was specifically record creepy shots of her, never the groom, nothing else, right? And he was like, yo, this is a great idea. She's never going to want the tape. Like, where is the logic here, right? So literally no audience, nothing else, just picturesque videos of her. And eventually she's like, she thinks he hates her, right? Because like he's in love with her. He does the Hey Arnold thing, you know, where Angelica's like, no, I hate you. Do you know, that kind of...
Yeah. And
eventually she's like, I want my wedding tape. Comes on over. He's like, oh, I taped over it or whatever. And then she throws it on. And it's just a zoomed in picture of her face for the whole thing. She's like, I look quite pretty, actually. And then she's like, but wait, why is it all of me? And he's like, and then that it goes on, whatever, no one knows. And then at the very end of the movie, do you know that famous scene where he's holding the cards?
Oh yeah, I know that.
And he's like, oh no, it's Christmas, just pretend. And he plays a radio on a fucking like the cheapest boombox ever to pretend it's Carol singers so the husband doesn't come out. And he just doesn't say anything. And he shows her all these different cards. He's like, without a hope of agenda, I just want to say I love you. Then she goes outside and kisses him and then goes back to her husband. There's a lot of fucked up weird shit going on in there.
That's a fucking dark movie, man. What the fuck?
There's also where Severus Snape cheats on his fucking wife in that part as well. Fucking, fucking Alan Rickman's in it as well.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, he buys this like young one a locket or something, and then there's can't remember what song's playing it, but anyway, sorry. Jesus. Basically, I've just regurgitated Love Actually to you, but it's a brilliant film.
Yeah, that's pretty dark, man.
Anyway,
this fucking talk about that during a Halloween episode.
Spirit of Christmas, okay? Infidelity, apparently, according to this movie. Your movies, hit me.
Right, my absolute all-time favorite Christmas movie is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Okay. Do you want to? Can you give me a blurb? Because I'm just like, okay,
I was
Nisha.
waiting for it.
I was like, this sounds
silence.
The title sounds extremely Christmassy. National Lampoon's Harpoons. What?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Have you ever seen like Chevy Chase?
No.
What?
Chevy Chase? What's Chevy Chase?
Chevy Chase is an actor. He's
I'm
an American actor.
I'm
as far
very
as
bad. Like if you showed me, I'll probably know.
Call Me Al. You know that song?
Call me Al.
You know the music video for that. The big tall guy.
No. I'm not trying to break your creativity or your flow. Just give me what I would like, if you could be so kind to me, is if you give me like a blurb of what the movie, like I gave you some sweet Love Actually action. If you could just give me a little bit of a tidbit of what's going on with this movie.
Yeah, of course. Right, so National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. National Lampoons have loads of movies. They've like European Vacation. They have just Vacation, and basically about this family called the Griswolds, yeah? Mm-hmm. And Clark W. Griswold is the main guy, played by Chevy Chase. Mm-hmm. And he has his family. He has his wife and his two kids, who throughout the different movies, the wife is always played by the same actor. The two kids, the son and daughter, are always played by different actors, which is a bit weird. But the kid who play the kids in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, is the daughter is played by Juliette Lewis. You know her? Juliette Lewis and the Licks. You know, she's in that band. She's an actor.
I would just say that like you're probably better off not asking me if I know anyone, because unfortunately you're going to get a continuous negative answer.
You're gonna know who plays the kid, right? He's
okay. Hit me.
The main guy in The Big Bang Theory. He was in like Roseanne, and he's the main fucking nerd who goes out with Penny.
Is that Sheldon?
No, it's Sheldon's roommate.
Is it the guy with the long hair and the glasses?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I know him.
Right, so National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is about Chevy Chase, who is Clark W. Griswold, and he basically wants to have the perfect family Christmas, yeah? Mm. So he's waiting on a big Christmas bonus because he wants to put in like a swimming pool into his house to surprise his family. They want to cut down a tree, and it's all like, I think it's slapstick comedy, okay? Mm-hmm. So it's just outrageous, over the top stuff, but like then all this funny stuff starts happening. Different family members come and arrive that they didn't like kind of want to have there, and all kind of mishaps and mischief ensues. And it's just funny kind of, just a real, like, I don't know, it's very nostalgic for me. I can remember me and my brother Aidan watching it, and it's just a funny, one of those kind of funny films with family mishaps and mad things happening and funny things happening, and it's like, I'd highly recommend it. Will you do me a favor? Will you make me a promise
to watch it for Christmas? I will.
To watch it before this Christmas, please.
Before this Christmas, okay? Yeah. I will. I promise. I promise. I will. It's the next movie I'll watch with Emma when we're sitting down to watch something for Christmas. I'll be like, let's just put this on, okay?
Yes. Thanks, Emma. Thanks for watching it, because it's fucking beautiful. It's a beautiful movie.
But that's the thing about Christmas, right? I think that the big thing about Christmas, and I think maybe why people who are like, retro collectors like Christmas, because there is a sense of nostalgia in the collecting the retro, and there is a sense of nostalgia about Christmas because it's about reinvigorating your child's spirit. You know what I mean? It's about it's about going back to a time of kind of wonder and innocence and awe, and like that idea of that, like, when you're thinking about, like the kind of the fairy tale aspect and the idea of Santa and the idea of waiting and the patience, and you don't have it, and there's people coming over, like there is that kind of like that childlike wonder and nostalgia. And I think when you think about Christmas, isn't it really, really interesting how Christmas is completely done by the same thing every year? I'm talking the same music, the same films. Like, it's always going back to like what you know. It's almost like the ultimate time of comfort. It's like the world stands stills. And like if you think about it, like maybe that's why there is something no new. Maybe it's impossible to make something art-wise that's new for Christmas unless it really sticks, because everyone's always looking for a sense of nostalgia and anxiety-free comfort by going back to that point, like, man. That inner kind of like childhood area of what you know and what you love, and you don't want to like deviate from that,
Yeah.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's actually a really interesting way of looking at it, and very true the way thinking about it. Like it's people always have their Christmas traditions, the things that they do every year, and it's like you said, it's a comfort thing. You sit and you watch these good movies because you know what to expect.
It's almost a ritual, in that kind of sense. Like, even for people who put the same tree and the same decorations, and sometimes people like, I have to be the one to put up the decorations. You have to be the one to put up the tree, and like that doesn't change. In different family situations, it's like everyone has their role. They can't it's a very interesting time, and I think this is the thing as well. Maybe when you like put it back to video games, right? It's like, when you're thinking about that type of nostalgia, because I mean, there's so many people who think of like, even today, like John talks about, he gets a game at Christmas and like that's his time to play it. That's where the time stands still, and he loves, like, Breath of the Wild is one you go into like in the more newer age stuff. But what I'm interested in is what are your Christmas memories? We had a little sneak talk about, your Santa presents when you're waking up before. One of them I very much so enjoyed, which I tried to include in this intro, was you fucking waiting for your Power Ranger Megazord, and you had in your idea, and what you got was some sort of fucking cat thing that was attached by a cable that could move 3 feet or something.
Like, to be fair, right? So basically, I had asked my dad to get me the white Power Ranger Zord, and I think it was like I think it was like some sort of like tiger thing, and I was like hoping for it, dreaming for it, wishing for it, and to be fair to him, he did buy it for me, but what he bought was like a remote control version of it. So
it was the wrong version of what you wanted.
Basically, you couldn't move, it couldn't stand up, it was constantly stuck in, say, like the cat position or on all fours, and you press a little trigger and it was on a cable and it would just walk slowly, and you couldn't do anything with it. You couldn't, I couldn't.
Did you can I just embody you for a second? Like, when this was happening, because I remember very specifically moments like this where I had the lump in my throat of crying, like actually just like fucking like the well up of like literally like you might as well be looking at a shit in a box on the floor, like of what you didn't want, and you're like, but why is it, like, and it's one of those, like, obviously you learn what being grateful is when you're older, but kids don't have concept of, like, they have concept of gratitude, but kids are selfish naturally, like you don't understand how to care for others. Like when you're 7 and all you have is a fucking, like, basically like a dog tied to a 1 foot leash that moves in like 3 centimeters, you're like, why?
Oh god, I remember. And I tried to play it off like I wasn't disappointed, and I tried to play with it and I tried to enjoy it, but I just couldn't, man. I feel so bad. I feel like such a prick.
No, every child is a prick, though. There's no child that isn't a prick. They are, though. Like, no, but they are, like, as in terms of, like, they only, like, they have their, like, literally from a psychological point of view, their feelings are first, always. They don't, like, until you reach a certain age, you don't have capacity for, like, learning about what other people are feeling. Do you know what I mean?
I was like 17 though, man. I'm only messing. I wasn't.
I believe it, man. I believe it.
I wasn't 17. I think it was like fucking 7, maybe.
Yeah. 14, whatever.
Oh, fuck's sake. But
man.
I was going through, like, racking my brain trying to think of Christmases when I got certain games and certain video games, and I can't think of loads of them, but I do have a couple here, and I kind of figured out what year the Christmas was by when the game came out. So I'm gonna hit you with a few nostalgic stories, if that's okay, of Christmas memories. We can kind of, do you have a few of them?
I do. Do you want to do one each? Do you want to do one and then I do one? Okay.
Right. So I'm gonna go back to my earliest one that I have in this list, and it's Christmas 1998, and it was the year that my brother and Aidan and I got the Nintendo 64. We
Were
got.
were you the kids in that YouTube video where he goes Nintendo 64?
I wish I was. That's a deadly video.
That's so good.
Oh,
So
so
good.
good, man. But we got Super Mario 64, GoldenEye, and Diddy Kong Racing. All I'm pretty sure we had got. Yeah, we did. I'm pretty sure they were the 3 games he got. But I have this picture in my head, right, of me and Aiden. So my brother Aiden was mad into The Offspring at the time, and I remember he got like 5 people bought him Americana from the Offspring album. So we got like 3 CDs and 2 tapes, like cassette tapes.
Yeah.
And I remember he also got like a ghetto blaster that Christmas. And I have this picture of me, Aiden, and my cousin Kevin, like in the kitchen. We had like a pool table as well.
Fuck.
That was like it was basically like the top of a pool table that we would sit on the kitchen table. I don't know where this thing came
I think
from.
I know what you mean. Yeah.
And we'd play with a pool, and then I can just remember playing the N64
Pretty flat for a whack guy, and just rocking it,
man, and
then GoldenEye comes on, and the N64 logo pops up, and it's like that's blasting. You got the family around you, rocking it.
So good, man. It was so good. But you know what? I'm pretty sure me and Aiden did something real sneaky, right? So I don't know why I have this in my head. I should have asked him. I'll have to ask him after this. But I'm pretty sure what we did was prior, like a few days before Christmas, my ma went out. Me and Aiden like snuck. We knew where she had the N64 hidden. We snuck up and took the N64 out of the box, played it for a little while, and then put it back in the box. And she never knew like that we got up and I just have that image in my head. Yeah,
boy.
I know. Oh man. But man,
no,
that
daddy.
Christmas, like the N64 is my favorite console, and a lot of it goes back to that memory. Like that is a core memory of me. Me, Aiden, and my cousin sit in the kitchen playing pool, listen to the Offspring, and then playing the N64, and just it was just a really nice time, a nice memory, and one that has never left me. And I can just remember that Christmas because it was just so special because we got the N64. You know what I mean?
Sure. And also you're talking about like pretty much in my mind the best platformer with the best first person shooter with the best racer.
It is one of the best racers. Absolutely, it might be my favorite racer on.
I actually
the N64 actually
have a little best Christmas levels in video games written out as well. And,
I have a few Christmas levels.
Maybe we're on the same. We're rocking it. And let me just spoiler warning: Diddy Kong Racing's Christmas level makes an appearance in there.
Frosty Village, man, Frosty Village. I have it in there as well.
I remember.
So cool.
I remember this was so weird. I remember playing this in Richard's house, of course, and take a shot. And I remember I was so weird. I remember he had a friend that was over. I think her name was Shun.
Cool, nice name.
And I don't know why, but I thought forever when he told me the name, I thought her name was Shoe. I kept calling her Shoe, and I didn't know what the fuck was going on. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "What?" You know when you just like, do you know when you're a kid and you just don't know what's wrong? You're like, I don't know what's happening. Yeah. Anyway, that's how Diddy Kong is just remembered for me. Damn. But I remember a funny one was first of all I knew I was getting a PS2 and Dragon Ball Budokai for Christmas, and I was like, dude, my obsession with Dragon Ball was so much, and this was the first big mainline game to come out, and I remember I was like, in similar way to you, I knew where it was hidden. So I was like, it's for Christmas, but I was like, but I didn't have the balls to take it out and play it. But literally, I'd be like doing my homework at the table. Mom's like, oh, do you know, like fucking going out there just to grab something. I'd literally just go in and look at it and be like, like just fucking drooling over it, looking at the box. Yeah. Like, you know, that like, I was so like the excitement for this stuff, man.
Yeah.
Like I was so fucking impatient. It was insane. But I remember one time, I think there was the Christmas where I got like this giant teddy polar bear, which I still have.
Cool.
And I got Majora's Mask, and I got a Dreamcast game called Evolution. And I remember at the time, I was like, oh yay, Santa. I was like, Santa brought me these games. This is great. And I opened up the Dreamcast game, and I took out the disc, and underneath there was like, bought at GameStop underneath the fucking thing. And dude, you know, it's so bad. Oh my god, it's so much worse. I think it's so much worse, dude. Oh fuck. So basically, I was in my dad's car. we were posting my Santa letter, so I gave it to my dad, and I opened up the glove compartment and I found it open.
Oh no!
And then it got worse, dude. This is the Christmas where if I had any doubts, they were really pushed aside. There was another one then where half the carrot that was eaten was in the bin. So between the GameStop sticker, the opened envelope, and the thing, I was like, "Why is this in here?" He's like, "I just had to check to make sure that the elves were not." Bye. Just like rolls out of the car.
Car still moving.
Yeah, me in it. Fucking violent death.
Jesus Christ.
I'm on fire today, man. I'm on fire today.
Oh, man. I feel so sad for you, man. That's...
dude, I gotta be totally honest with you. I was a little piece of shit. I didn't care as long as I was getting them. I was like, I think, like, to be honest with you, like from like an early on age, I was kind of like, I think I played past the point of being savvy about it, if you know what I mean. I was kind of like...
Yeah.
But,
so you said there you posted your Santa letters. Is that how you got? Is that how you sent?
Well, I would give them to my dad in the assumption that they were going somewhere, but they were just in the glove compartment.
So you thought they were getting posted. That's how letters got to Santa.
Yeah, like it was going to the North Pole.
We had it a bit different. I don't know if this is like a my family thing. Actually, I don't
Dublin
know.
thing.
Yeah, I actually don't know. So we used to throw them in the fire. But
with that in mind, then how, like, because you see, I think like obviously the tact here is by writing a letter, my parents would be like, okay, this is what he wants. But so would you? Do they like take a quick photocopy?
I really don't know.
It's like
so
wait. I think maybe you might have a very unusual satanic ritual going on in your house. Like, throw your letter to Lord Beelzebub and let the flames of his soul ignite your presence, and make sure you give. Wait, did you also have to give like 3 drops of blood? Did you do that as well? Yeah.
Do you not do that? No. Sacrifice a goat? No.
Yeah, it's like I can imagine he was like, like 7, like pulling a goat's head apart.
Fuck.
Love you, Lord Beelzebub. All please hate your satanic rituals. I will have a chain with my fucking ear to my head for you, my lord.
But that's I can remember doing it. So my brother Aidan and I would sit down, and my mum would be with us, and we'd write. Now maybe my mum was like kind of looking over our shoulders, but actually no.
Well, judging from the fact you never got what you wanted, she probably wasn't.
No. I just realized. No, we did this. I'm pretty sure we did this on Christmas Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Am I talking shite now? Hold on, now my memories are getting fucking muddled here. But anyway, what we did was
that's what happens when you're part of a cult, man. They rework your memories.
What we did was
then you burn the presents, you burn the house, and you're good to go.
You know what you have to do now, Ralph? Burn them all. We'd write our Christmas letters and throw them in the fire. And
Super Nintendo Chalmers. Do you remember that?
Yeah, fucking brilliant.
Oh, sorry. Go on. Tell me more about this weird Christmas you had.
Christmas.
I'm fucking loving this episode, by the way. Oh my god. Okay. I think we're probably moved on from video games officially forever. To be honest, I think we need to spread our wings, man. We got more things to talk about.
We do. So we throw them in the fire, and what my mum would tell us was that, you know, like obviously it burned and the ashes would go up through the chimney, that it would reform up in the chimney and fucking rock up to the North Pole. So, and I always believed it, and I was like, yeah, cool, we'll write this letter, we'll throw it in the fire. Now I'm thinking we did it on Christmas Eve. I'm gonna have to ask her or Aidan and see what
I meant to ask you as well. Can we, you know, that photo you said you have of you and your brothers and stuff at the pool table, do you think that would be plausible as a photo that could be used? I would at least love to see it, possibly.
I don't think did I say we had a photo?
You said there was a photo of you on top of like the pool table, or you have a brain photo.
Yeah, a brain photo, yeah.
Okay, that's what we call a memory.
Why didn't fuck's sake.
I'm only purely ripping the piss. This is what we call memory.
What has become of this podcast?
Oh, dude, no, you see, these are personally my favorite episodes. You see, I don't know, I started off like crazy today because sometimes I just need to, and this is an insight into my creative process. Mm-hmm. Sometimes, you know, when like with anything, and I think it's an interesting insight into making content in general. Sometimes, like, you know, you're after having a day, you're after doing whatever it is like you're doing, and you've done your job, you're doing your work, and you might have done something 5 hours or something similar. Sometimes you just need to shake it off and start, running your mouth a little bit to get into kind of a different headspace, just to kind of. So for half the shy talk that's going on in this episode, this is just a loosening up,
Yeah. Look, man, we've always said that we just let the conversation go where it wants to go with this podcast. We're not we don't have strict guidelines of only video games. Obviously, it's based around video games, but we want to just have a fun conversation, and hopefully the listeners can appreciate that. And if they do, they do. And if they don't want to listen, then fuck you. Oh my God,
no, keep it in. Fuck them, man. No one's getting in this classic mini. Christmas is ruined. You're all a pile of shite.
Oh shit, yeah, we haven't even mentioned the fucking giveaway, man.
Yeah, so will we just say it now quickly? Will we just kind of rock it and roll it? Because at the time of recording this, there's still a week left to enter it until this comes out. So we gave it the 2 weeks. But by the time you're hearing this, a winner will be announced. So what we're going to do is what we call in the business a segue into a classy pre-recorded segment in 3, 2. Oh, but this is the winner, by the way. So and if we couldn't contact you, the segment's going to be saying we're so sorry. In 3, 2, 1.
Our winner for the NES Classic Mini Christmas giveaway is Simon, aka the Fear Merchant. Thank you to everyone who entered and left a comment, and thank you for all your beautiful memories, which we'll definitely go through at some point. So thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. We hope you all had a Merry Christmas and a bit of fun entering in our giveaway and thinking about your earliest gaming memories. For myself, Mr. Keith, and I could assume Nisha as well, we're going to wish you all a very happy Christmas. And Simon will be in contact with you very soon, my darling. Bye.
And now we're back from announcing the winner. Is that how this is going to work?
Yeah, congratulations to whoever won. I don't know who it is, but
winner.
Thank you for listening. And if you didn't listen and just answered, we're ashamed of you.
You played us like a fool.
You played us like a fiddle, baby. And let me tell you, I like being played.
Well, whoever wins is getting a sticker. See these? Hold on a bit of ASMR here.
Yeah.
Rate 5 stars. Please, our lives depend on this. Do you know how much gas, electricity has gone up, please? Rate 5 stars. I can't afford to live.
This is me taking the stickers out of the plastic bag here, yeah? Hold on, I don't know if I can... I posted some pictures of this sticker. There's actually some stickers.
Yeah, is that it?
There's some... Hold on, can you hear this? Hold on.
Are you going to throw it in the fire? Are you going to burn the stickers?
Jesus
burn the stickers. No, this is good content. Burn it. Burn the stickers. Burn
Hold on. I've no camera this time, so you sound like you're really enjoying this. You could be doing anything.
I know it's so good. All I want for Christmas is you.
Keep rubbing the stickers, man. I'm trying to get it on
the
in
stickers
there.
are gone. They're gone.
All right, okay. We've moved on, have we?
Fucking hell.
Dude, it's the Christmas spirit, man. It's got all up in me. It's got all up in me, baby. We're talking like 3 for 1 at the farmer's market. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck. And
hit me with a Christmas memory, quick.
Oh, hold on. So we just announced the winner of the giveaway. Congratulations to
we're seriously
person.
Thank you. And can I say, thank you so much. I think we have, at this time of recording, 42 entries. Thank you so much for everyone listening. Genuinely, I'm in a snarky, funny mood today. I hope you're enjoying it. But thank you so much for listening. I also can announce that season 2 episode 1 has been our biggest hit to date.
Yes,
the giveaway has nothing to do with that. It's all on our own merit, okay? All on our own merit. But thank you so much for listening and rating and all that good stuff.
Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Rock it and roll it.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna, and because we're so generous, you ready for this? We're gonna talk about video games for once.
Oh, you like
because
that?
we appreciate for once because we appreciate it.
Hang on, last episode we did a very structured, serious conversation.
We did actually, yeah.
And I think it's always important. Like onions, were many layers. Some weeks we're very much so focused on a debate, and sometimes you just gotta shake that fucking winky and get it on in there. Do you know? So
winky.
I think. My little winky.
What a great word.
It's a good one. It's very non-aggressive, isn't it? It's like you couldn't. No, nothing. Moving on. So
Right. My
I'm
next
just
memory.
putting it out there. No, stop. I'm putting it out there. This is my favorite episode. You can quote me for 10 years to come, all right?
Right, the next one is so we had Christmas 1998. I got my N64 as my first one. Then your memory was PlayStation 2 and Dragon Ball Big Balls, Bulbasaur. What was it?
No, keep going. Try it. I'm kind of waiting.
Dragon Ball Budokai.
Budokai, yeah,
big
close enough.
booty, what?
Big buttery butter snatches, buttery busty boobs, Bershka girls, buttery booby butts, Bershka girls.
Bershka girls. But so my next one is actually from the year after. So again, I kind of went back. When was this game out? So this is another memory of me being a little dick when my dad was just trying to do something nice for me. I'm sorry, Dad. So basically, this was Christmas 1999, yeah. And what he did was we went out to town, Dublin City. We went into the shop Game. Do you remember Game, the shop?
Yeah, I love
And
Game.
it was like purple and the logo was pink. Fucking great video game shop.
It was like purple.
And so I remember what he did was, right, he said to me, so I have a cousin and who's the same age as me, and he said,
I remember this story. I remember this one.
We're gonna go out and we're gonna get a video. He's like, pick out a video game that you think Jay might like. And I was like you know, like being a fucking dickhead, being like, I'm not picking a fucking game for him. You fucking why am I getting a game? You know, that kind of
Jay's a knob gobbler.
yeah. And he's actually, I really like him, by the way. He's
oh
a very
no,
nice
Jay
person.
sounds proud. I'm just doing bits, you know. I'm just riffing.
But this was so my dad was like, I was like, I don't know. And he was like, but just if you were to pick a game now, what would you pick? And I was like, well, if he likes sports, so buy him a sports game. And he was like, no, but if you were to pick a game, if you were getting a game for Christmas, what would you pick? And I was like, I don't know. And I can remember being upstairs in Game, which was just off Tara Street in Dublin. There was the shop, and upstairs was all wall to wall Game Boy games and Game Boy Color games. And I remember being like, I don't know. And I just picked a game off the shelf. And that game was R-Type DX for the Game Boy Color. And have you ever played R-Type?
Dude, I don't know why, but I think, is that for the Game Boy Color, you said?
Yeah. No, it was on the SNES.
What type of game was it?
What are they called? Is it a shmup? A shoot 'em up? Or it's one of those. It's one of those. Like you're a spaceship in space on rails, and it goes from side to side.
Shoot 'em up.
Yeah, is that what they're called? A shmup?
I've never heard of the term shmup. Sounds like something you would call someone as an insult, like a light insult. Like, go away, a shmup.
Yeah, shmup you dick with it. Shmup over so it's like you're
it's
a
like a
spaceship.
Galaga type thing. So it's,
yes,
where you're looking down and you move left and right and you go pew 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 pew.
Yeah, exactly.
I think there is a name for them, but shmup is a new one for me. But
all right, I remember then. So it got to Christmas Day, and I went down to see my dad, and I remember opening it and just being like, for fuck's sake, I could have picked anything. I could have picked fucking anything, and I didn't know. But I was like, I was trying to be like, oh, cool, thanks for. Now, to be fair, I still have that copy of R-Type, and it is one of my most cherished pieces in my retro video game collection.
Things change, don't they?
You know
like
things
you once were like meh about end up like you create memories with them and then they become your favorite. But totally. Isn't the real gift you got that Christmas the lesson of always wishing well for others and you might get something good in return? Wasn't the lesson you were taught there as a young little chap was the fact that when you were thinking, you were like, I couldn't give a fuck about this fella, I want my own game. Wasn't the lesson that if you really put your heart and soul into what you would have loved, you would have got it in return?
Yeah. No, you're fucking right, man. You're goodwill towards all or something like that.
Well, you know what they say? What is it? It's like holding on to like anger or something is like eating poison and expecting the other person to die. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just gotta leave go. You gotta be good. You gotta vibe. And in the Christmas spirit, may I entrust all ye nostalgia nerds and retro ramblers to wish well upon others and gift the gifts that you would like yourself.
Yes, that's the key here. But I quite like that, man. You know what I mean? We're trying to reinforce the, be kind to one another and treat someone the way you'd want to be treated. And I'm not talking if you're into like fucking S&M or dominatrix shit where you're going around just whipping people. Like, just be nice
that can be nice for people.
But not to strangers, in the street.
Oh, well, like as long as they have a safe word, you're fine. Safe word is important.
Pineapples.
Maracas!
Fucking,
dude, I'm laughing at my list here, right? Because I wrote this like a child, apparently. So let me just go through my list. Dreamcast, like this is how I wrote it. When I write things, they're not always grammatically correct. Dreamcast Evolution with the GameStop sticker underneath the disc, getting Majora's Mask, getting PS2 and Dragon Ball Budokai, getting a cat Pokemon cards and VHS, and then I have disappointed in getting a bike.
Were you disappointed, man?
Oh, it wasn't. Look, it's one of those things where, like, I think it was like a surprise. Like, all I cared about was video games. Do you know? And the bike I loved afterwards. It was just on the day. I probably walked down. There was cameras on me. I was photo shoot ready. I was in there. I was like putting on my best attire. I was ready for my strut down the stairs. I was like, 6-year-old, 7-year-old key coming in. And then I was like, who the fuck's the bike for? I mean, it's kind of, isn't it weird sometimes how you like your brain remembers the things, because there was years and years of stuff I loved and loved and loved. But of course the bike, just as I said, your little baby heart died.
Yeah, I know. Why? Like, I'm just realized now, why are we thinking of all this shit?
Because it's way funnier than
actually, I've just been like, ooh, yeah, that was cool.
Because people relate, like, look, it's like with anything, people relate to funny truths rather than shared, like, universal stuff. Do you know what I mean? People like, with any good, like, stand-up comedian, he tells you the deep dark secrets that everyone knows and acknowledges have happened with them, but it's funny because you're saying it happened to you too.
Yeah, true.
But man, getting Majora's Mask, let me tell you about it. Let's go on a little rant about Majora's Mask here for a second.
Hit me.
Because, man, I had that N64. I had my little cozy corner. I was lying on the giant polar bear, right? Imagine this. I had my hot chocolate. I booted up Majora's Mask. The moon came up and I threw my Nintendo 64 out the window.
Scared the fuck out of you, I'd say.
The fact that there was a timer in that game scared me. Like the fact that I was like, I mean, I think literally, and I said this before, I think like the concept of anxiety that game like instilled into me, because it's like I'll be playing a game trying to enjoy my holidays and it's like you have 4 minutes left and I'm like and then the moon's looking at me like and I'm like and it was a lot of noises, but I do remember playing it. And I remember then as well, bloody hell, you start off as Deku Link or Deku Link or however. Would you say Deku or Deku?
I'd say Deku.
Okay.
But it's, what do you say, Deku?
It's fine. I mean, I thought we were closer than that. So you start off as that guy and he's like spitting bubbles. He's twirling his fucking twirly twirls. And then he meets another fucking scary thing and he goes, "You've met with a terrible fucking hell." You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? And that line is iconic. Like that's like, I think from I can't,
sorry, do you know what I just thought of?
Yeah, go on.
I'm sorry, man. Oh, I don't want to interrupt, but when you say you've met with a terrible fate, I just kept thinking of that's the message to any listener who's listening to this podcast expecting a video game conversation.
Oh my god, are they talking about Majora's Mask? And here, if you don't like this one, just fucking listen to the last one. That one has plenty of chatter, man. It's all good. This one is for the homies who don't like video games, okay?
So season 1.
Yeah. Season 1, man. No, I love it. No, it's true though. Can we have if we had, honest to God, right? And I kind of wish we did now. If we had titles for our episodes, wouldn't that have been cool?
What?
Like, well, we do have titles for our episodes, but like, we're not famous enough to bring like funny titles. Like, if you had this episode called "You've Met with a Terrible Fate," like if that was the episode title, like, you've met with or something and Christmassy around it, But anyway, we're talking more personal conversations about how we want the podcast to go. So basically, you twirly, you've met with a terrible fate. There's a big moon staring down at you. Tingle is a 35-year-old man pretending to be a child, floating on balloons in a leotard, stinking. You blow him down with some balloons. Then you go into the sexy fairy lady with the polygon tattoos, and she goes, and you're like, oh my god, I hope my mom doesn't hear these moans coming from my TV. This is weird. What's going on? Then you get a couple of fairies. You slap them on in. You're a Goron. You're a Zora. The moon's chasing you. I don't think I even ever got that far in the game as a kid. I think it generally traumatized me a little bit too much.
What a dark and scary game to be playing on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it was a Christmas game though, like definitely. And again, it's one of those things like, where the fuck I definitely kept the boxes for a while. Yeah, so Majora's Mask in a nutshell anyway is essentially like, don't give it to your kids, don't give it to your wife, hide everybody out here. So yeah, it was a good time, but it was again, it's a very memorable Christmas game for me for like those reasons alone. Any other memories, or should we get into some juicy Christmas levels? Do you have a few more for me?
I do know. I have one more very special Christmas that sticks out in my head, and it's purely based around video games. And it was Christmas 2001, and I went down to my granny's, went down to Retro Book Ireland herself, and I went to my uncle Kieran, who had a PlayStation 2. When did the PlayStation 2 come out exactly?
I think it was it 2001?
Yeah. Right, well, this was 2001 was what I have written down. And so I went down to my granny's. My uncle Kieran had a PlayStation 2 and a copy of GTA 3.
Oh my God.
And fuck me when I say seeing him play GTA 3 was, video game wise, one of the most mind-blowing, actually my whole fucking life, one of the most mind-blowing experiences I've ever had. Like, I can remember watching him play that. I remember myself and my brother Aiden were sitting there watching him and just being like, what the fuck is this? This is insane. It was like there was an entire world in the game. Like, I felt like the possibilities were endless seeing that game for the first time, and just being like, we went down for dinner and just spent the majority of the time we were there, me and Aiden, just sitting there fucking drooling over Kieran playing this game, and we were like, oh my god. And I can remember it so well sitting there. I don't know, I can't name the piece in the game, but I can even remember where in the game he was driving around and just being like, holy fuck, this game is so good.
I played it recently, like I streamed it recently, and it was such a good experience. Like, because I way prefer the older GTA games, because what you're getting with them is you get a bit more flexibilities on the missions. The missions are a bit more simple. So like when you look at something like GTA 5, you have to do things in a cinematic fashion the way they want you to do it. So if you make the wrong turn, you fail the mission. If you kill, if you do this or do that, like, it's very structured when you're in the mission. Where like in GTA 3, man, I failed a mission like 50 times. I was like, okay, I'm going to stack 6 cars over here. I'm going to mash a plane over there. And then the guy gets stuck. You can kind of come up with like creative ways. And there's a song in that game, right? It's called Forever by Lucy, and I think it was back in the day in GTA 3 they had some original tracks.
Oh, cool.
And that song, like, I would recommend. I was pissing my pants laughing the first few times I was listening to it, and I was singing it like ironically on stream, kind of laughing away. But the more we played it and listened to it, it's a song about being in that nostalgic place. It's a song about playing games when you're a kid with no responsibilities. And it's a song about like, it's like, yesterday was gone forever. Tomorrow will never be here. So let's live for today, or something like that, right? Nice. And it's just like, I just give it a listen, or put in a little audio track for it. It's just like, it's a magical game, and you're so right. It's one of those games that when you first see it, it is this it is a world. It is like a living breathe. It was the first game ever in a 3D capacity, I feel, to bring that living, breathing world where people are walking around, they're driving, they're doing all the things. It's just such a fantastic game. And Vice City and San Andreas just expanded so quickly on it.
Yeah. Oh, just so good. And just again, it was so impactful. It was such a mind-blowing experience for me as a kid to see, because I can remember playing GTA 1, and my memory goes from playing GTA 1 on the PS1 to GTA 3 on the PS2, and you think of that jump, like that technological jump, and that the difference between those two games is fucking crazy. And just I can remember that Christmas so well and being like, fuck. And then I remember, like, because I spent half my childhood living with my granny's van, and I remember like going home from school, legging it home from school as quick as I fucking could to get back to my granny's, because my uncle lived there, before he got home from work, so I could get in and play like an hour or two of GTA 3 and just fucking, just sneak upstairs and turn it on, and he'd come in and be like, no, fuck out. I know he would. I know he was actually very good. He was very good. He'd come in and I think he had like a separate memory card for me to play video games. But obviously when he came in, he wanted to play it. So when he came in, I'd have to get off the computer. But, oh man, just
dude, did I ever tell you the story of how Vice City got taken off of me?
What? No.
So basically, my dad, I was like, oh, I like my dad got it for me, and it was like, yeah, that's grand, didn't think much of it. And I remember I brought it down to West Cork, because like my family would go down there sometimes, and I brought my PS2, brought Vice City, because it's the easiest game to kind of fuck around with. And I remember my my parents had two friends over, and so they were at the table, and basically essentially I was just there playing the game next to them, so they could like watch what I was doing,
right?
And there was just a part where, like, when you're just bored and you're at this point, you're just doing nothing, like, when you're bored out of your tree in a game, you're not even playing the game, you're just like mashing buttons.
Yeah.
And there's a part where for I'd say about 2 minutes I was just mashing a hammer into someone on the floor. It was in the game, and I think they were like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
There was just me there, just like mashing the button, keep hitting something. I was like, so what are you doing? It's like, this is how I get the money out of them. And they were like, I think that's enough, little Keith. So yeah, so that's kind of essentially why Vice City got taken off me. They were looking at me, they didn't like it, they were creaming and dreaming, they said no, bold. And I obviously clearly warped my mind forever, because look at the fucking garbage that's coming out of my mouth now. My mouth. Look at the garbage coming out of my mouth now.
Here, Keith, I have something special for you. It's a retro rumor.
We're
taking it back. What
episode 2?
2, yeah. So I heard a rumor, right, that in GTA Vice City there was down the bottom, I think, isn't there 2 islands in GTA Vice City? There's one on the left and one on the right.
I think there's 3 islands. Well,
two big ones.
There's 2. Yeah, there's 3 separate locations, I think. Yeah.
So down the near the, like the docks or something like that, I heard a rumor that there was a house that had the scene from Scarface, the chainsaw scene from Scarface.
Yes.
That if you went into one of these houses, there was like a fucking bloodbath and there was a chainsaw.
I can confirm that is true.
Is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking way, man.
There's a chainsaw you can pick up in that area. I can confirm, at least unless my brain is playing tricks on me and I'm imagining it, but I'm almost certain that there's a chainsaw hanging out there. And I think if you can like look into the room of where it is, because like they have these like fake inlays in the rooms,
Yeah.
Nice, that's very, very cool.
Deadly. Cool. So we fucking, man, there's some pretty good Christmas memories. There's like fucking 5% video game talk in there, 95% crazy shit, which I'm more than okay with.
Yeah, totally. And if for any reason this pod sounds different, we had to like restart several times in between to like reconnect these tissues. So if we're like, hi, I'm depressed, I'm sad, I'm happy, we're not as crazy as it sounds. Okay?
Yeah. I'll try and clean it up as best I can, edit and stuff
no,
together.
this is the Christmas spirit, our raw, authentic selves. Do you know what I mean?
Chaos.
Christmas chaos. A Christmas chaos. You've met with a terrible fate.
I wish we could like use that something for the episode, man.
We should probably go into, right, so we have enough time to wind down as well, right? So we're going to go into, give me some of your best video game Christmas games or levels. What are we thinking?
I have a couple of them here. So you mentioned Frosty Village, which is the name of the level in Diddy Kong Racing. Yeah. And like, do you remember Diddy Kong Racing? And you'd start a level. I fucking love Diddy Kong Racing, man. You'd start a level and it would say the name of the level. So I remember there was a level called Crescent Island, and it would be like Crescent Island.
Yes. Oh my god, that was very good. That was very good. Crescent Island.
Yeah.
And then there was the genie who was like blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
I can't remember, what did he say?
I don't know, but it was like doom 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 doom. I'll get the music. I'll throw it in there.
Do by slapping on back.
Yeah, deadly. So Frosty Village and Diddy Kong Racing is a good one. Then now I don't know if this is a Christmas level, but it reminds me of Christmas, and it's another N64 game. Go on, hit me with
Mario 64.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's it called? Cool Mountain.
It's either Cool Mountain or Snowman's Land. There's 2 of them.
Oh, is there two?
There's 2
What?
Christmas levels. Okay, so one of them is where it goes. And the penguin's like, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up. And then you take the penguin, and of course, you must dangle it over the ledge and go, goodbye, motherfucker. And there's also, scandalously, sorry for taking over your part, but we both have this written down, by the way. And then there's a part where there's like another baby penguin who's just a random lost penguin. If you give it to your mother, it's like, this is not my ugly child, you son of a bitch. And you have to bring it the right penguin. Then you race the penguin for stars. Yeah, there's a second penguin in that Cuckoo Mountain.
Where is he? What happens?
He's just fucking stuck there forever. He doesn't get the Christmas spirit is not with that anyway. So how many times I tried to fucking pick up that penguin and it looks like you're punching it to death, because you have to go like Mario's punch and grab button and talk button are all the one button. And you're like, yahoo, suck my dick. And he's like fucking really getting in with that penguin action. Oh fuck, dude! Though fuck that penguin. Though he's actually like, if there was something to put you off ever having kids, it's that penguin anyway.
Oh fucking hell! Oh man, that's so funny. That's like such a famous. That's such a.
What part got you? I don't even know.
The suck my dick part.
Wahoo! Suck my dick.
Oh man, that dropping the penguin out the side of the level is such like an iconic. Is it a meme at this stage, or it's just such a funny thing, man?
Yeah.
But what about you? Do you have any others in mind?
So that is one, but Cuckoo Mountain not Cuckoo Mountain. Sorry, Snowman's Land is in there as well. I actually.
Sorry. I do
remember
remember. I do remember it now. Yeah, I do remember.
It has that little ice maze at the start, and then it has those twirly boys where you go woo 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 woo, and then you like ride a shell, and then there's a big, the guys in the lava level or whatever, but there's like a snow version of him, and then there's a penguin at the top with a snowman blowing, and you have to hide behind the fucking flubber of the fat penguin while he like fucking blows air biscuits at you, and if you get blown off, you lose your hat as well. Like, if you lose your hat in Mario 64, like you have to go back into the level to find it. Like you have to go back to the spot, or like you just never get it back.
No way, you serious?
Like you just like, it's lost to time unless you go back into the spot where you lost and you try and get back there.
That's pretty cool, isn't it? That's
and then you take like 3 times the damage without it, I think.
Deadly.
Which
That's
is
really
canonically means that Mario gets power from his hat.
Oh, that's fucking. Oh, you might have just unraveled something there, man. That's really interesting.
Oh, that's called a Christmas mystery.
Ooh. We'll have to do a
Mario. What's under your hat, Mario? Fuck off.
Tell me this. Actually, sorry. Tell me this. I know we're talking Christmas. What are your thoughts on the ad for the new Super Mario Brothers movie?
Oh, the trailer?
Or the trailer, sorry, yeah.
It's it looks beautiful. And it has a lot of nice throwbacks. I'm still like, I think, oddly enough, my brain is actually adapting quite quickly to them having voices all of a sudden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think in fairness, what I've seen so far, like, looks very impressive.
Yeah.
What I think it's going to be, and I think it's fair enough, is I think it's just going to be kind of like Easter egg central. I think it's just going to be a movie where everyone's like, oh, that's from that. You know what I mean? And it's kind of just going to have a loose. I think it's just going to be flashy. Like, which is what you want. I'm not expecting it to have a whole lot of heart, but maybe it will. Maybe it will surprise me.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm thinking along the same lines as you. Like, I don't think it'll have that bit of heart, but I hope it does. I sincerely hope it does. I was very impressed. I think Jack Black as Bowser seems very cool. Charlie Day as Luigi. They've only been kind of trickling out the Chris Pratt's voice of Mario. They haven't really given us like a full bit of dialogue.
I feel like Charlie Day for Luigi is actually perfect because Charlie Day has that kind of scatty, scared energy anyway.
Yeah.
Like Luigi has. He's going to go, oh my God, like what's happening? This kind of like, which you see in Always Sunny a lot. So I think that works. And I think Bowser's Jack Black is perfect. I mean, he's always, and he's done so much animated work anyway. Like Panda, Kung Fu Panda and all that shit.
Yeah. Oh man, I can't wait to see it. Sorry, I know I'm getting sidetracked here, but I can't wait. I was just while we were talking about it.
When is it out?
I'm not sure. Sometime next year.
I have a fucking idea. We go see it together and we do a podcast review of the movie.
Oh my God, our first ever
review.
We have
our first review.
Sold.
It's in there.
Yeah. Yes. That's a fucking great idea.
Some other little levels I was thinking of is I had the Crash 2 demo disc.
All right.
And I could only specifically play the snow level in that. So I used to play it over
Right.
and over, where you're riding the bear, the little white polar bear, and Crash is
Yeah.
like riding around. You have to go through like the little crash course in it.
Deadly.
That's one that's quite memorable. There's also one in Twilight Princess,
What?
where you're like, yeah, there's a part where like in Twilight Princess where you're in like the snow area. I mean, if you call snow levels Christmas levels, they're kind of a bit, you know,
Yeah,
you
they're
kind of put
kinda
them
hand in
together a
hand,
little
aren't they?
bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like you have to collect soup for this like fucking woolly mammoth creature, and then it turns evil at the end. It's
Alright.
really, really strange.
Jesus.
Sonic Adventure, rolling around at speed of sound. There's a snowboard level in that's just fucking
cool.
bopping and rolling as well.
Oh man, did you ever play 1080 snowboarding on the N64?
So good. And what's the music when you're picking the characters? Oh, I'm gonna die on this hill.
I'll try and get it. I'll try and edit it in. I'll try and edit it in.
Oh, hang on. I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to fucking very quickly. Everyone keep listening to me. 1080 snowboard. No, that's going to be 1080 N64. Character selection music.
Are you trying to YouTube?
Yeah, no, trust me. It's I'm so sorry. It has to be done. I don't care. Okay, here we go. What is it? Oh my God. Work your body, work your body, work your body, work your body. And it goes on like that. I remember playing it at my cousin's house and I was like, what the fuck? And this jam comes on. It goes, work your body, work your body. And I'm shaking my fucking...
Jesus. Fucking love it, man.
Thank you.
Getting into that. Fucking hell. I know it's not Christmas, but it's snow. It's snow. It's snow. It's Christmassy.
Christmas is snow. I think we're also supposed to maybe have a little white Christmas wonderland. Also supposed to go to -8 tonight. So God help us. If you don't hear from us again, we have frozen over.
Jesus. Right. Here's, I think, possibly the best Christmas level of any fucking video game. And it is...
Can I guess?
Go on.
Is it Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freeze Easy Peak, man.
Oh, there's a
fucking cool level.
That is probably definitely the pinnacle of Christmas levels in video games. I would say that.
Good. It hurts. It's so good. It's making
It really
me
is.
emotional.
Is that the part as well where you're flying around and you have to hit those evil snowmen and it's fucking impossible?
Yeah, them motherfuckers.
You have to like line them up perfectly and hit them on their like top hat or something. And then there's those stupid little bears in their igloo house like, we're all lost, fuck.
What a fucking cool. There's like stacks of presents. You have to fly through the star on the Christmas tree. Oh, it's so fucking good, man. I actually sit like genuinely kind of a bit emotional there.
Yeah, no, I know. It's because, but it does.
Oh,
it's like Christmas warms the cockles of your heart, and these nostalgic video games like are the fucking catalyst, is the ignition that warms this good time. And in general, I think if I could say, to cap it all off, I think video games in general always give us that bit of a Christmassy feeling any time of the year. I think it's going back to the playful, innocent nature, as I said before. It's it's delving back into a time. And even with like modern games, you go into that headspace where you feel like a kid again. And Christmas is all about feeling like a kid and embracing that. And the giving nature, Nisha. Remember, pick a present that you would like for someone else.
No, man, to be honest, normally like I go fucking nuts with buying people Christmas presents.
Oh, dude, I wouldn't doubt it.
Generous.
Sure, you gave me. I know you are. Sure, I was only running on a joke. Let it be known that Nisha is a beautiful, lovely human being who I am honored to call a friend. So thank you.
Thank you, man. That was very nice.
Christmas spirit, it has to be done.
I'm
contractually obligated to say these things.
I know, man. I love Christmas so much. I really, really do. I love all the movies, like National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Obviously, fucking Home Alone 1.
I will have to watch that, and I will report back on that as well.
I really can't wait to see or to hear what you think, because I don't know. Is it actually a terrible? No, it's not a terrible. It's a fucking great movie. Like, the way.
Dude, I made you watch Kung Pao, and that's the greatest worst movie ever. Like, it's not even a greatest. It knows it's silly. It's not even trying to be. It's not even like it's so bad it's good. It's just like attempting to be so bad it's good. Do you know what I mean? Which it ends up being. Kung Pao is the greatest Christmas movie, putting hands down. There's also a lot of games that take place at Christmas, which I never knew about. There's like certain storylines and stuff. The Last of Us is a Christmas game.
Fuck off.
There's there's a whole section during Christmas. There's a whole Christmas section of that game. They call it winter, but like winter is Christmas, right?
one?
I mean, yeah, the first one, man.
Last of Us.
Spoiler warning. You know the part where I'll give you 1
Spoiler.
second.
Spoiler.
Everyone's played The Last of Us. If you've played it by now, you've played it. You know what I mean? Probably not though, because it's a retro video game podcast. I shouldn't be saying that.
Here we fucking.
All right. Here we go. Right. So here's the deal. Last of Us is a retro video game. No, it's not. I don't even believe it myself. But there's a
Where's
whole
my
winter.
Xbox 360? Where's me fucking?
Yeah, go on, play Oblivion for Christmas, you stupid cunt.
That has to be the intro. That has to be the fucking intro, man. You're saying cunt in the first few seconds.
Oh my
People will
God.
really know what to expect.
They will definitely. We will probably have to, and audience marking too. Like we probably should. I was looking at the podcast, man. People mark their shit explicit. No, but this is no. It's not child friendly. I couldn't even honestly say that. It's definitely to keep your kids out of here. You know,
18s plus.
it's actually 24s plus. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
shit.
actually the legal podcast age of her. Anyway, I'm rambling shite at this point.
Level in The Last of Us. Christmas level in The Last of Us.
Anyway, Last of Us is a Christmas game from Christmas. That is The Last of Us in Christmas.
You
There's a winter
motherfucker,
section.
You're slagging me saying Game Boy, aren't you?
No.
You motherfucker.
Tetris is the best Tetris that
Oh, yeah,
ever was
Tetris, yeah.
with Tetris. It's the confidence and proudness when you finish it as well. Like, yeah, got that out.
I love it.
So just very quickly. Last of Us, winter section. Joel gets stabbed. Ellie's on her own. She has to kill rabbits. She's going around with this creep named Dave, I think. And that's basically Last of Us #1 Christmas game. Putting it out there right now. Isn't Skyrim just an entire snowland of Christmas, by the way, as well?
What's happening? I feel like I'm in a fever dream.
Dude, this is going to be the best. I'm putting it out there right now, right? If you thought this was the greatest episode of Press Any Button to Continue, I'm actually, okay, that's our poll. Did you think this was the best episode of Press Any Button to Continue? We restarted it 3 times because we thought our audio was not working when it turns out it was. And it's been chaos. But I thrive on chaos, man. My brain works well in it, you know?
Keith's
Christmas chaos. You've met with a terrible fate. And to all a good Christmas year. Is that what they say? Okay, now to finish up, to all a good night. Okay, now just to finish. Yeah, we are. We're going to finish up here now, all right? My name's Keith. Steamy Streamers, that's Nisha, man. Don't even bother following him. He's grand. No, to give your thing, man. Don't even bother, man. Fucking follow Retro Book Ireland. Fucking his granny's account has way more traction at the moment.
It does.
Where the podcast career is over after this one, I'd say.
We've just dug our own grave.
Okay, now, right, here we go. Now, how do we finish a Christmas podcast? We sing Oh Holy Night together. You ready?
Oh, holy fuck. No.
Holy night, the stars are brightly shining. It is the night of the Press Any Button to Continue curse. Make sure you burn all your Santa litter, kids. Get it on in there. Summon Lord Beelzebub and have a good time, baby.
Wait, is this it? Are we ending the podcast now?
I know we can if you want. Would you like to keep going?
Well, hold on. No, I feel like we haven't climaxed just yet.
Okay, right. Come on. I fucking work the shaft, man. Let's get through it.
Right. Hold on. Sorry. Because this is definitely... I thought other episodes were chaotic, man. This is fucking nuts. But
I'm loving it.
I'm loving it. So hold on. We've gone through some nice Christmas memories, Christmas games, N64, PlayStation. We've talked about movies, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, Love Actually, Home Alone 1 and 2, favourite music. So if you're still listening after all this time, keep singing. If you're still listening, have a happy Christmas, have a happy holidays, stay safe, be nice to one another, and I hope you enjoy yourself. Lots of love from Keith and Nisha. We love you.
Christ was born. Bye.